Hello everybody and welcome to what is your morning market update for Monday. This is simply just a compilation of all of the stock market videos and crypto videos that I've been filming today this morning. The intention is that you'll be able to catch up on all of the stocks and cryptos that we've been looking at on the channel in one quick and organized place. Again, if you enjoy these sorts of things, you guys know to leave a like on it. I'm not sure if this content style does work, but the intention is to obviously bring you the updates, as well as perhaps bringing your attention to some stocks or cryptos that you may have not been considering before. All of the individual videos can be found on the channel themselves, and again, if any particular stocks or cryptos mentioned in this video stand out, leave a comment down below and I can make more content on those. Thank you for watching and I hope you do enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at this stock, Kapa, a stock which we are seeing do monumental things over the last couple of days. Now so far, as you can tell on the screen, we are still in the pre-market trading hours, but even here we're up by 6.4%, and at the highs of the pre-market today we saw even higher highs than that. I think things here are lining up absolutely perfectly for another very interesting day, and do bear in mind this comes after a day on Friday where we saw the stock go absolutely crazy, up by 10%. Realistically, in the last few days this stock has just been taking a continuous run, and now we are coming up to very important levels to watch out for with this stock. I'll be giving you all of my thoughts and opinions on it over the course of this video. As always guys, remember, leave a like and subscribe if you do enjoy, but at the same time, this is not financial advice, and I thoroughly recommend that you do your own research, as I am not a financial advisor. Now, to understand this one briefly, we know that this one's running from 43 cents all the way to where we are right now, well in excess of $1. Now, an issue that we have seen recently, or previously I should say, is getting to levels around, I'm going to call it 182, and just not having the ability to stick up there. Now, however, we are seeing things play out differently. Yes, we saw this massive run from, we saw a steady breakout really, from 45 cents all the way to the 69 cent range, before going absolutely crazy and shooting well in excess of 150. Now, from there and since, we've been selling off. We've seen lows right down at 82 cents again. However, now we've found that time to, cool off, and of course the stock has been seeing a steady run. Now I think today's pattern, or Friday I should say, is perhaps just a sign of what you may expect. A sign of strong momentum still being here in this stock, and a sign of potentially very promising things to come over the course of today. Now, very simple for this one guys, I know we're sat at 183 at the time of filming, but it's about seeing if we can hold on to this. Again, you can see the pre-market now is touching key levels of resistance in the past. A push above this and maintenance above these levels would absolutely, in my head, signify strength going forwards into the rest of the day. We're really trying to establish supports well above 185. That would be absolutely critical. If we are not able to see this, I think our next level of support could be the high that we saw on Friday, around 172. Ultimately though, today, we want to remain above that, right? Anything above 172 for me is a win. Be it a relatively flat day, a slight decline from the pre-market highs that we are seeing, we're simply trying to establish some healthy consolidation and support here. Again, this is a stock which is up huge, and we want this to be a sustainable rise. That is absolutely a possibility, but it very much depends on what happens over the course of today. Again, we are seeing key indicators like the RSI now coming to a very much an overbought territory. It would not be the worst thing in the world to see this one see a relatively flat day, a slight decline from market open, but again, if we go up, I can't complain, right? Eventually though, I think we need to be careful and obviously consider how much this stock is up. Establishing the support is the next job, but I think today could be a very promising one. Just my personal thoughts on it guys, thank you for your time. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a quick morning update video on Ixhl stock, a stock which has seen a pre-market session so far, which is up by 2.84%. At the same time, we are seeing a very negative trend on Friday. The stock is dropping by 9.48%. This just compounds on top of drops that we have seen since highs well in excess of the 84 cent range. This is another stock, like many that we've been covering recently, which just a couple of weeks or months ago in July was sat at around 21 cents and has seen highs well in excess of $1. The question is now, are we able to maintain these levels, and where is our new level of support going to be? Well, over the course of this short video, I'll be giving you all of my thoughts and opinions and things that I am looking for today. If it sounds good, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, but as always, remember, I am not a financial advisor. Anyway, we're going to jump straight in, very short video. A few things to note here. Now, number one is that we are definitely coming into the oversold territory on the RSI, right? You can see that very well right here. We are seeing this stock, of course, becoming now oversold after a brief period of being overbought. Things on this indicator are cooling off. At the same time, the downtrend appears to be accelerating with this stock. You know, the momentum to the downside is not slowing. We're seeing this actually speed up on Friday. And this 2% gain that we are seeing could very easily be erased in the next couple of hours. Now, we're also seeing the stock break below key levels of support that we have historically seen, one of those being 54.54, which we have seen hold up a couple times. We've briefly seen it hold up here, right, or perhaps even a bit higher up. We've seen it hold up definitely here for sure, and also here. Now we are dropping below these levels, and that then asks or begs the question, do we establish a new support around here, as we have historically seen this as a resistance too, or do we drop to previously supported levels? Now if we do, we're looking at a few potential scenarios. You could see this support possibly hold up that we've seen only once, and this we've seen back here, you know, roughly where we are right now in the 52-cent range. If we don't hit that though, I think there's every possibility that we go to maybe 43, right? 43 potentially, possibly even lower than that to the 42s, 41s. And if we don't hit that, even lower. Now, simple objectives for today, therefore, are going to be to hold on to levels in the 42 range. Or I should say 52 range. Is that going to be possible? Well, it's going to be tricky, but we are still seeing a gain of 2% today. A hold onto these levels would signify a new potential for support here, which could again realign things in a very interesting manner. Ultimately though, this is a stock that is up big, and what we're trying to do in the short to mid-term is just establish a support. Would I be buying this stock right now? Personally, I wouldn't, right? Again, I'm not saying that this stock can't remain high. Do bear in mind that even a push to 37 from previous lows would be significant. This stock can remain very high, and it could even remain around these levels. But I want to see more signs of a consistent and solid support before I personally felt comfortable based on where this stock is right now. Again, you may agree with that, you may disagree, but please do make sure to make your own decisions. As always, guys, be careful out there, especially with these stocks that are up massively. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be giving you a quick morning update on Sbet stock. We are seeing sharp link gaming today in the pre-market session so far, falling by 11 cents, down by 0.73. Despite that being red so far, not necessarily too significant. However, I will be giving you my thoughts and opinions on what we might see into today's trading session and a few key things that I am looking out for. It's going to be a really quick and short video, but if you do like it, make sure to please leave a like and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. Anyway, let's just jump straight in. Now, in the past trading day, we have seen this stock obviously declining. On Friday, we were down by 3.21%. That in itself is somewhat significant, especially considering the broader trend that we are seeing on this stock at the moment. Stock is just dropping and dropping. We have gone from highs well in excess of 27 down to 14. At the same time, yes, in the past couple of months, you know, since about May, the stock is also up huge. This was once a stock that was valued in the $2 range. Again, coming up to the highs, we were 10 times that or more. So yeah, things are obviously looking very good. In the long term, right, in the broader perspective, things are still looking very good. But in the short term, again, for people who may have bought here or even at the highs, what potentially comes next? Well, a few things that I would say. I think that we need to absolutely hold on to this level of support at 14.28. I think there is every possibility that we may come down to test this again today. I think it's absolutely possible. I think whilst we are seeing the downtrend slowly start to pan out, and again, that could eventually form a new level of support, preparing us potentially for maybe a cup and handle, or even just a point where we could see this stock at least find a new basis, right? Because again, with a stock that is up so big, it's about establishing where the new levels are, and we just see this one drop and drop. If we can establish this as a new level of support, which is entirely possible, then things are in a very strong position for more upwards momentum potentially. However, at the same time, you've got to be realistic. If this level, we'll call it 1450, does not hold up, I think there's every possibility that we're going to be going down to roughly the $11.50 range, $11.70 maybe even, and if not, down to $9 or less. Now that would be a significant decline. However, is it likely? Is it possible? Well, of course it's possible, but is it likely? It very much depends on what happens in the next few days. Again, if we see this trend start to pan out, if we see the downwards pressure actually slow down, then things could be in a very different position. Bear in mind, this stock is very much coming into the oversold territory now on the RSI over the last couple of days. So, is it likely that we could see this one find a support soon? Hopefully it is. And again, if we see today be a relatively flat day, which it is entirely possible it could be, and if we remain above these levels, then we start to begin to ask the question, is this a nice level of consolidation forming? It absolutely could be. But if we don't see that and we drop below these key levels, I think there's every likelihood that we drop significantly lower. That's just my thoughts on it, guys. You may agree, you may disagree. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope I'll see you again in another video very soon. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This morning we're going to be giving a quick update on AAP stock. This is Wlfi Corporation. We are seeing this stock on Friday falling by about 2%, taking us down to 490. But coming into today's pre-market session, we are actually seeing an increase of 9%, which begs the question of where do we go from here? And over the course of this short video, I'll be giving you my personal thoughts and opinions based on what we are seeing. If it sounds good, as always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. That would be appreciated. And do remember as well, this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. But yeah, with that being said, let's jump straight in. Again, we're seeing this one up by 9% in the pre-market. With that being said, still got just under an hour to go until markets open at the time of filming, so what actually happens today may be very different. Now, of course, breaking into this level puts us at a price of 536. If we're able to maintain that today, then that is going to be significant for a number of reasons. Recent levels of difficulty that we have seen in this stock, you could argue are at roughly 489, you could argue are at 495, you could argue are at 503. If we are indeed going to see markets open with this stock well above 500, that would be significant for a number of reasons. Again, it would set us at a new month high, and it would signify a very, very positive trend for the rest of the week potentially. Now, if that is the case, and if we do see that, a few things to note. Again, that's a significant jump, especially considering how much the stock is up since essentially mid to late August anyway. But that does show a lot of strength still being there. It shows a lot of potential still being there. And after we have found a relatively solid consolidation point, twice, right, we found a support level as well at 470 roughly. After we've seen this dip, this healthy sell-off, I would say that we've seen from 490 all the way down to 470 as well, you could make a very strong argument that we're now consolidating and absolutely ready to come back at this one very strong. So today is going to be a very indicative day, I think, of the rest of the week. Again, a push to this level that we are already seeing does signify that the strength is still here with the stock and things may be looking very good. Again, the uptrend may still be there. Now bear in mind, coming towards Friday, or into Friday on the RSI, this stock was actually coming towards oversold. You know, not fully there yet, of course not, but we were coming down there, right? So now you're coming to a point where the stock is going to be up potentially 10% on market open, possibly, and you've got to ask the question of what comes next. Well, my opinion is very simple, right? I think it sets the stage for another very positive week. We want to establish new levels of support this week as well at these new higher levels. Again, ultimately, levels that we have struggled at before is 500 exactly. So anything today or in the next couple of days that is a support above 500 is a very, very strong sign. We want to lock in those gains, remain above 500, and if we can see that both today and in the next few days, I think things are looking very positive. Perhaps I'll give you another more updated and more comprehensive video on this stock after today's trading session. So if you like this video, let me know, and again, I can produce another one in more detail. Just a quick morning update for you based on what I think we may see, and giving you the details of the pre-market so far. Thank you for your time. See you again soon, guys. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Bed Bath & Beyond stock is back, and it's back to running. You know, on the Friday session, we have seen this one up by 12%. That takes us up to 988. A very critical level to watch out for today. In the pre-market so far, we are actually up a little bit more. The question is what comes next. Over the course of this short video, I'll be giving you my personal thoughts and opinions on what might happen today. I'll be highlighting the key levels that I am paying attention to. Remember, as always, guys, if you enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. subscribe. But as you already know, this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. Anyway, yeah, straight in with this one, guys. I want to simply pay attention to what we are seeing. Now, we'll look at this more in a more detailed video tonight, so you're going to want to stick around for that. But we are seeing Bed Bath & Beyond stock being back. Again, the ticket is returning and the new owner apparently aims to revive the brand. Again, something which we will touch on. However, the stock price is soaring yet again. A lot of volatility over the past month or so. We've seen this one run from lows right down at $7.86 in the last few weeks to highs that we are seeing, well in excess of the $9 range. Now we're coming up to a critical level of resistance that we have found difficulty at many a time before. And you can see that just very blatantly here, right? This is $9.94. We just have a lot of difficulty breaking into the $10 range. Difficulty here, you could argue. Difficulty back here for sure. And also back here too. We're not having an easy time breaking past that. So a very easy and critical upwards momentum landmark that I would be paying attention to today is anything above $9.94, but perhaps in people's minds and just logically speaking, $10, right? $10 is going to be a key level to watch out for in today's trading session. We just are not able to remain above that for any consistent length of time. If we are to see more upwards momentum, I think $10 is a level to watch out for. And again, that could signify major bullish trends depending on if we see some consolidation at or around that point. Towards the downside, if we are able to see that, we're looking at levels initially of $9.43, then we're looking to go lower to that at $9.07. With the latter, the $9.07 mark to $9 exactly, having more historical levels of support in the past. Now, that doesn't mean that that's likely, but again, you've got to ask the question. We are seeing the RSI now coming up to essentially an overbought range almost, and we are also at a point now where again the stock is up by 12% in the last trading day. That's not to say it can't go higher, of course it can, and if that happens today, like I say, a break above $10 is what we're looking for. But if we don't see that, if things don't move in the right direction and things do continue to move down, obviously we need to be realistic, right? And we're looking for those levels as highlighted. Either way, guys, it's for you to make your own opinions on. I'm just showing the levels that I am paying attention to. If you enjoyed this short video, make sure to stick around as we'll be looking at the stock more in the future. Thank you and see you soon. Hey guys, welcome back to another quick update video this morning. We're going to be looking at the pre-market today for Robinhood. Now Robinhood stock, unsurprisingly, is up by over 8%. We know this one was included in the S&P 500 recently, and there's going to be quite a bit of hype around that. We're seeing this one now rise to levels in the 109 mark, and again the question is, what are we likely to see today? Well, over the course of this short video, I'll be giving you my personal thoughts and opinions. If it does sound good, as always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would be appreciated. But again, remember, I am not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. Anyway, let's jump straight in. And again, I want to just say here, things are looking quite good on terms of the pre-market. Now, you would expect this, and things are taking us up now to, or at least past even, crucial levels that we wanted to see for the stock. Again, we're now going straight up, if we can cross-reference this, to 109.72. That takes us to nearly 110. Now, this makes it very clear as to what our next levels are going to be. We need to hold above ranges around 109.50. We have seen this hold up as a support before here and here and here actually as well. Look, all around this point, we have seen this hold. Again, given the significant rises that we have seen, it's about seeing if Robinhood stock could actually lock in these gains. Now, do bear in mind, prior to this significant increase that we are seeing in the last trading morning, or I was going to say trading day, but of course it has all happened mainly today and the pre-market of Friday. Given that, or before that, Robinhood stock was actually on the decline. We were struggling to break above levels at 105. We were struggling to break above levels at 108. We were really struggling to find supports at critical levels such as 99, 100 for example. Now we're seeing a push right back above there, all the way up to nearly 110. It's about seeing if we can hold on to these levels. Supports at 109.50, 109.15 will also be crucial, as we have seen this as a resistance a couple of times, and also a support too. These are the levels to watch out for. Now, in terms of the upside, where could we be going? Well, the first level that I'm going to be paying attention to is around 110, 110.50, levels that we've struggled at here and also here in the past too. 110.50 is a crucial level to break above in today's trading day. So we're already up by 110 now, or to 110. Again, when markets open, it's about seeing if this can actually withstand. I think there is that possibility. Again, these are simply the key levels, both the upside and the downside, that I am looking for. I think given the momentum that we have seen in the morning session, given the momentum that we are seeing in the post hours, despite the good news, the question is this going to hold? Again, before this, Robinhood stock was seemingly on a downtrend for the last couple of days at the very least. Again, you've got to factor that in when making any decisions and considerations. However, that is for you guys to decide on. I think this is going to be a very interesting day to watch either way, though. That's just my opinion. You may agree, you may disagree. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys. I hope I'll see you again soon. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be looking at Wlfi today. We are seeing this one at the moment actually dropping. Look at what we are seeing on the past day, and you are seeing this one dropping quite significantly. Now coming to the price range of 0.220 cent, right? We are seeing quite a drop off of this cliff. Go back to the past 7 days and you are seeing this trend where yes, things are essentially establishing a support in the 18-cent range. And the question then becomes, what do we expect to see into the next day, into the next couple of days? I'll be giving you all of my thoughts and opinions on that over the course of this short video. I think things here are looking very interesting. And again, first we'll actually go about establishing the trend as to what we have seen over the last couple of months. Now in the past month we have seen this one see essentially a lot of highs and lows. From the lows we are up from 0.16, 16 cent, to highs of 24. That is actually quite a significant gain when all is considered. And again, the past week now is ultimately quite red. The past day is significantly red. And the question then becomes, where do we go from that, as I say? Now, if I was to give you my personal opinions, guys, I think it's more likely than not, if we are not able to establish a support soon, that we're going to be dropping to these levels, which would take us down to about 17, specifically about 17.5 cents. That is very possible. However, we are seeing another scenario play out. A level of support that we have seen hold up really just about once recently was round about 20, right? 20 cent. We have seen this range, you could call it 20, you could call it 0.18, something like that. We have seen this hold up a couple of times in the past. And so far, it appears that this is holding up yet again, this 20-cent range. If we are able to see that hold up, that could be a sign of strength, right? And if we see a consolidation here, it's going to be about establishing a support there. It's going to be about establishing a support at this range, giving us a potential to see this one possibly go higher, right? There is that possibility. Again, from there, we'd be looking to break above levels at 22, levels above potentially 23, and then on to, of course, 24, and possibly even higher than that. At the downside, I think there's another few levels to watch out for. Again, most critically is going to be really about where we are right now. Below that, you're looking at 19. Below that, you are looking at 17. If I had to put my guess on which one I think is more likely, to be honest, guys, I think the downside is more likely to come in. Again, we've seen this one drop by 7% in the last day or so. We're somewhat establishing that support now, but it's far too soon to say. I think there is a likelihood here that we're going to see this one drop to 17, something like that, right? Maybe 18, but still significantly below where we are. You may disagree, you may agree, that's up to you guys. This is of course just my opinion. I'm not an advisor, it's just my personal thoughts. I think the likelihood of this one going down, I think, is perhaps more likely than not. You may agree, you may not. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Thank you, goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back to a quick morning update on Bbai stock. We're going to be looking at the movements of this stock into the pre-market and obviously analysing what is going on here. I'll be giving you my personal thoughts and opinions on what we may see today. Again, it's only going to be a short video, but if you do like it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. At the same time, remember, as always, this is not financial advice. Anyway, yeah, jumping straight in, guys, we are seeing a drop of 0.02 cent this morning. That takes us down by 0.42%. At the same time, we do still have about an hour and a half to go until the markets do open, so things could change. On the Friday session, we have seen the stock rise by 1%, and most crucially, we are coming up to key levels of support now, which are going to be around 473, as we have seen back here, which was in June. We're going to want to see this level hold, right, and this is ultimately going to be an objective of today. Now, if you have a look, this level has actually held up recently. Again, draw that line back to this 473 range here, and you can see the stock bouncing off this in the last couple of days. This is absolutely going to be a level to watch today if we do see another red day. It's going to be very crucial that we hold above this. If we are not able to hold above this, guys, I think there is every possibility that we do go significantly lower. That might be down to the ranges of about 420, it might be down to 440, it could even be down to $3, or the $3 range at least, right? At the same time, we are seeing a few signs coming up. So we're seeing a slight slowing of momentum on where this stock is moving at the moment, right? Things to the downside are slowing ever so slightly. The question is, are we able to hold on to this support? Again, be it today, tomorrow, or the rest of the week, this is going to be something absolutely critical to pay attention to. I think there is potential to see this bounce from here, especially given the fact that this downwards momentum is slowing, but would I be confident enough to confirm that yet in my personal strategy? No, I don't think this is a strong enough confirmation. I think the first couple of days of the week are going to be very important to mapping out what happens next. Come to the upside and we could be breaking above to 520, 521. If we go to the downside, I think there's not much more, right? I think if we go below these levels, again 470, we're going to be dropping quite a bit lower. I personally think, right? You may agree, you may disagree, but I think this is going to be an absolute level to watch. This could be the time that the stock, of course, perhaps pulls back and moves to the upside, or we could see this one actually just continue to drop lower. I think this is the key level to watch out for. A break below that, in my head, would confirm lower lows coming in. Just my thoughts on it, guys. You may agree, you may disagree, but I wanted to make a quick video giving my beliefs of what may happen today. As always, make sure to do your own research and leave me a comment telling me what you think may happen. Thank you, goodbye for now. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a little quick update for you this morning on AMC stock. We are seeing this in the pre-market being up by 1% roughly. There's still some time to go, maybe an hour or two, until markets actually do truly open. However, things are moving up today. And if you have a look at the charts in the last couple of days, we're seeing AMC coming up to fundamental critical levels for support. Today is absolutely going to be one to watch. So yeah, I'll be giving you my thoughts and opinions over the course of this video. It's only a short one giving you a morning update. If you enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, but as always, remember, I am not a financial advisor. Anyway, what am I looking for with AMC today? Well, of course, Friday we saw a gain of 1%, which is not that bad. It shows that we are to a degree seeing some consolidation here. The question is this able to hold up? Again, this level, this range that I'm going to call between maybe 250 all the way up to about 275 has been a key level of both support and resistance for this stock in the past. Holding up as a support here, holding up as a support here. We have seen this recently, right? This is only going back to April, so not that long ago. We have a historical level here, which could indicate some things to come. Now again, it is very much about seeing if this does hold. Bear in mind, if we were to drop down to the lower level of this range, again 260s, maybe 250s, that would still signify a major drop for this stock. However, if we are able to hold on to this one perhaps today at levels that we are at and go forwards into the next couple of days, it could be a sign of massive strength. From there, we could see this one of course go higher, going past levels that we would need to break above around 280. Now, of course, that is to some degree high from where we are right now. Is it possible over the next few days? Of course it is. Would I feel confident in that? Personally, I would not feel that confident about this right now. The reason is I want to see more consolidation before I was looking to get into this one. However, at the same time, again, coming up to these crucial levels and potentially even bouncing off them as we have seen recently here at 268, maybe 270, you could make an argument that we're now at that point, and some people may see the potential of a turnaround coming in here. I suppose it depends on your risk tolerance and your long-term outlook on this stock. For me, I think better opportunities here may arise over the next few days and weeks. Again, it very much depends on if that bounce actually comes and if we're able to hold onto these levels. But I will be giving you updates as time goes on, again looking at the facts and the latest as it comes out. Thank you for watching this very short video, guys. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. I'll perhaps be giving you another update on AMC later in the day, looking at what actually does happen, so you're not going to want to miss that. Again, leave a like so I'll know to make that video. Thank you for your time so much, guys, and I hope I'll see you again. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got for you this morning a quick update on NEO stock. I'm going to be giving you a quick video sharing all of my personal thoughts and opinions based on what we are seeing in the pre-market and what I'm looking out for in today's trading session. If it sounds like a good video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As always, remember this is not financial advice, do your own research. But yeah, let's jump in. Again, really quickly analysing what's going on so far. Stock price on NEO this morning is up by 1.18%. Again, markets are not yet open, but this is significant significant, and this is worth paying attention to. Now, obviously it shows that we are getting back above that $6 range, which is great, and it does set the stage for a potential likelihood of this level of 593 holding up as a support. Now this so far, and again it is only pre-market session, it's very early to call it anything major, but this is certainly something to watch. It's certainly something to look out for today. In terms of what I am actually looking for, again, I'm looking to see this support at 594 hold. That would be absolutely ideal. If we begin to break below that, I think the potential that we go significantly below that actually increases, and therefore for me that would make Neo stock not the best buy right now. At the same time, if we are able to see this one turn around slightly, that would show absolute strength. You know, if it was an upwards day, if we see upwards momentum, I'm looking for a gain of only a couple of percent. Even that would be enough to make me feel quite happy and to some degree confident in where Neo stock is. As a stock which is up so big in the last couple of months, again zoom out a little bit and you can see just a few weeks ago we were sat at 342. If we were to see this one hold onto these levels today and maybe go up a couple of percent or even 1 or 2%, that would be significant because it would show that there is to a degree some support remaining in this price range. And again, to be able to sustain this level after the massive growth that we have seen in the last couple of weeks would be absolutely significant. So yeah, worst case scenario guys, if we drop below this level in the high fives, I think there's every possibility that we go back down to maybe $5, maybe $4 even. If we are able to hold on to these levels, we're looking for consolidation around between 590 to the upside. We're also looking at maybe 625. Break above there, and we could be pushing above to higher highs. Again, a massively green bullish day today would signify a lot of strength in this stock and a potential future trend which is also going to take us upwards a little bit more. However, that is just my opinion and not advice. Either way, I'll be back this evening guys to give you more updates on what actually happens, sharing my thoughts and opinions on the latest. So again, you're going to want to subscribe for that. Quick update, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again later. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got a little morning update for you on open door stock today. We've seen this one even before markets open, right? In the pre-market, we are up by 5.2%. Now, we've seen a lot of volatility at the moment, and again, we've still got about an hour, maybe two to go at least, until markets do begin to open. At the same time, what we are seeing today is significant, and it is absolutely worth paying attention to. And it certainly is changing and influencing my opinions on what I want to see today. Just a little quick short update video for you here, giving you my thoughts on what may happen today considering what we're seeing. If it sounds good guys, as always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, but remember to do your own research. This is not financial advice. So a few key things to highlight today already. Again, we're not even into the market trading hours, but we're seeing this one break above a key level of resistance and a key level perhaps in the mindsets of a lot of people, which is obviously the $7 mark. I said in my update video yesterday that I wouldn't be too worried, I wouldn't be too upset either if this stock did see a little bit of a sell-off. You know, we are up big, and I think even if we were to see that, be it today or the next few days, that to me would not be a bad thing. It would be a sign of healthy consolidation, a sign of a healthy trend here. However, the upwards momentum absolutely does carry on, right? And even before the markets open, we're breaking through these key levels. The good news is this does signify that the likelihood of us dropping below these levels at maybe 580 or even lower than that, seemingly the upwards pressure is still there, and it's less and less likely that we are going to see that downwards momentum coming in today. I think if we see another great green day today, it just shows that the strength behind this stock is absolutely huge. However, even with that being said, guys, a few things do still hold up in my mind. Number one, this is a stock that's up big from the lows. Just a couple of days ago, the stock was at $4. I'm not saying that it doesn't have mid to long-term potential. Of course, we all know it does. But you've just got to ask the question. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to ask. How long is this essentially straight up growth going to continue for? And the answer may be a long time, but I would be asking that question. And again, is it then likely that we are going to see a bit of a decline in share price? Also absolutely possible in the next few days and weeks. That's absolutely worth considering. However, at the same time, I think this is a very good sign this morning for open door stock. And I think things are really lining up very, very nicely. I think we're setting ourselves up for a brilliant day. And again, at the high end, we want to see a consolidation, a support, essentially established at or above $7. That would be ideal. And again, if we see that consolidation, that support at $7 or above maybe, I think that does signify a very strong level for the stock, preparing us potentially for a future rally even higher. But I want to see some stability coming in here. That's just my opinion, but I don't think today's signs are bad at all. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye for now. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's have a look at Bitmine immersion stock. Just a really quick video for you here, giving you my personal opinions and thoughts on what we're seeing this morning and what I'm looking for going into today. A quick morning briefing of sorts. So far we are seeing the pre-market being down by 1.4% at the time of filming. Still quite a bit of time to go, maybe an hour or two. However, at the same time, this does still signify a drop in the price during today's pre-market session. Now what we're looking for today is actually relatively simple. In an ideal world, in my opinion, we would be looking to see this one slightly start to stabilize. Of course, we are looking to find this level of support, or a level of support. So yeah, I think this one has a lot of things, a lot of questions that we have to ask this week. If you like this video, by the way, guys, please make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe. At the same time, remember, I am not a financial advisor. Keep doing your own research too. But yeah, now I've got that out of the way, I think it's really basic here, especially considering the pre-market drop that we're seeing so far, especially considering the past maybe 2 weeks now. Stock price is just continuously dropping. We've seen a little bit of a rally here, and now we are coming up to, as you can see, based on historical levels, key levels of support. These levels range between, I'm going to call it at the low end, maybe 38, and at the high end, maybe 43, 44. We need to hold on to these levels, right? This is going to be absolutely imperative. Ideally, 39.40 is going to hold. It did in Friday's session. And if we see this hold again, a very strong level like we've seen before, things are looking quite good. If we begin to drop below this, and again, we've not done that in the pre-market, only down to 41.45, I believe it is. So that's not too bad. But if we do begin to drop to those levels, maybe lower, things become concerning, because I think if we drop out of this support range, at the very lowest, we don't want to go any lower than 38 on the dot. When we start to drop below that, or if we do, you're looking at levels which could be down at 34, you're looking at levels that could be down at 30, and again, then questions need to be asked. So we want to see today, at the very least, if possible, be a consolidation day, right? We want to stay within those key levels to the downside. That is going to matter a lot, in my opinion. But I think here, we do have a lot of promising movements, in the sense that, yes, Friday was in itself a red day, but towards the end we saw a little bit of a recovery. Question is this now the start of the bounce, right? It's hard to say, but I think really if there's a simple objective that I'm putting out there for my opinions, it is that for today, I want to see this one remain as flat as possible. I wouldn't expect a massive turnaround yet, but again, if we do start to get that upwards momentum, that would be a signal of potentially things to come. But yeah, very simple objectives that I wanted to outline for you. That's my opinions on what we're going to be seeing today, or what I want to pay attention to. You may agree, you may not. It's only a very short video. I'll be giving you a more comprehensive update tonight though, so if that sounds like a good one, again, you're going to want to stay around, so like and subscribe so that you are able to catch up on that one too. Thank you for your time other than that, guys, and I'll see you again soon.